Attention, please.
This uploading is only for educational purpose.
No intention to infringe copyrights.
Learning English with subtitles GPITRAL.
Follow us.
Coming up!
A tricycle smashes into a brick wall. Steve and Dan jump up and down in excitement. Dan runs the hurdles and knocks them over.
But first, Jake's been photographing his latest hot model. Have you guessed who she is? Yes, she's the heavy-duty masonry drill. Ooh, nice bits.
A safety warning sign flashes on the screen. In his orange overalls, Steve does wheelies and donuts on the motorbike.
The boys have already tested just how tough a biker helmet really is, but our track stars are now ready to take testing to the next level.
Welcome to Extreme Helmet Testing with me, Mick Hucknall.
And me, Peter Shilton.
On this helmet, the impact-absorbing polystyrene is a lot harder at the front than it is at the back. That's because the forehead area of the human skull is a lot harder than the top and the back.
Oh, right.
On the helmet, the polystyrene at the top and the back is a lot softer and thicker in order to better protect the more softer parts of the human skull.
So how are we going to test this then, Mick?
I'll tell you, Peter. We're going to launch the helmet headfirst into that tree.
Well, Jake, good luck, my friend.
Jake is strapped into something that looks like a scuba diver's backpack. Instead of an air bottle, he has a mortar filled with gunpowder on his back, which will launch him into the tree at 70 miles per hour.
Steve, what's your favourite star sign?
Libra!
Steve presses the switch and the mortar throws Jake straight at the tree. In mid-air, Jake's head separates from his body. They both land on the floor a couple of meters apart. Steve and Dan walk over to look at the damage.
Oh dear. Looks like Jake's lost his head again. But has the helmet survived its impact with a solid object?
Right, how's the helmet looking?
The helmet's absolutely fine. It's protected Jake's head perfectly.
Nice one. Right, take the visor off. I've got one more test for this thing.
He's off his head.
Just the visor left to test. It's made from polycarbonate, a super tough plastic which can withstand most impacts. But the boys have something special for it, a 9-bore shotgun. It may be shatterproof, but is it dummy-proof?
Hey, mate, eat my shot!
Yeah! It's hit it, but it hasn't gone through.
But has it gone through?
That's one for the crash test wardrobe then, isn't
You
it?
better believe it.
The helmet has shown it's well and truly dummy-proof. Well done, biker helmet! Bravo!
Take your rightful place in the crash test wardrobe. Nice one.
Steve, next time, can I be the biker?
What's wrong with the cowboy?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that I like leather.
It's Wednesday on the Crash Test Dummies calendar.
Wednesday, and Dummy World's milkman has been delayed. Bad news for the boys at Crash Test Corner. It means a trip to the shops. But will they get to their destination without it becoming a testination?
Hang on, Dan. I don't know how long we've been walking, but we've only got to end up at a lake. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I don't believe this. If this is about that boat you've been banging on about, Steve, there is absolutely no way I'm getting on that thing in there. You know what I'm like with water? Especially after what happened with the thing and the thing.
In a flashback, Dan is swimming in a lake and what looks like a shark fin is circling nearby.
Yeah, you're right, actually. That was a close call. But don't worry about this boat, Dan. It's the Bruce Willis of boats.
What, it looks good in a vest?
Look, if I can convince you that it's tough and rough enough, will you get on the water?
No!
Wicked, let's do it.
Steve and Dan drag the boat across a field.
These boats are made of super tough plastic. So the boys are off to put it to the test. But rather than heading to the open sea, they're starting on the open road. So, can it handle half a mile of concrete?
I think Jake's lost consciousness.
let's have a look at the damage. All right, Jake, close call, my man. I don't believe it. It's absolutely fine.
Too right it is, it's mustard. Here, stick this on. You know what this means, don't you?
Dan slowly climbs into the boat with Steve.
Steve has managed to convince Dan that it's safe to float his boat. No mean feat, given the Ginger One's fear of water. But dummy Steve wants to liven things up a bit.
Steve lights the fuse of some explosives and chucks them in the water behind him.
What is going on, Steve? Seriously, we've dragged it along the road and it's still floating like a dead goldfish. It's done, mate. It's tested. Let's go home.
No, Dan. We're not finished yet.
Steve pulls a red box out of the water with his fishing rod.
What is that?
What's the easiest way to sink a boat, Dan?
Put a hole in it.
Too right.
You're going to use a drill? I don't believe this! Every time we come somewhere, you have to be ridiculous!
Dan's right to panic. Put a hole in the hull of any other boat, and the only direction you'll go is down.
I've never known anything so stupid! My life flashed before me then!
In a flashback, Dan sits dressed as a baby.
Oh, I bet that was interesting. Look at that, Dan. That's about 5 or 6 holes, and it's still afloat. What is it going to take to sink this sucker?
I don't want to know!
There's no way on earth we finished yet. Grab hold of that.
Oh, just give us a break, would you?
Whatever you say.
Steve starts to saw the side of the boat.
The boat is made from a super little plastic called polyethylene. It's 12.5 times less dense than water, so even if it's given some serious dummy abuse, it should still float.
Steve, please, no! I'm going! Steve, what are you doing, please? I'm doing it, I'm gone! I'm getting!
Dan, don't be so wet.
So there we have it. A boat which can be split in two and it still floats. It's scared of nothing, unlike Water Baby Dan.
It's only having a joke.
The Crash Test Weekly magazine is posted through the letterbox.
Magazine Day. And what have the boys been reading about this week in the A to Z of Bubble Wrap? Yes, R is for rambling.
Wrapped in big balls of bubble wrap, Steve and Dan walk along a field with backpacks on. Holding ski poles, they start to skip along the dirt track. Dan passes Steve a thermos flask and then sits down beside him. On the Crash Test calendar, the day is Thursday.
Thursday morning in the house at Crash Test Corner, and the boys are sleeping like babies. But not for long. Last week, Steve was up to his usual antics, buying weird vehicles to get his Crash Test garage treatment to, and doing so, it would seem, in a rather unusual language. And today is delivery day. So what ridiculous vehicle has he blown the housekeeping on this week?
Steve opens the front door.
Oh, konnichiwa.
Yes, it's a rickshaw. Hardly a speeding bullet. No wonder Dan's not impressed.
Get our gear on. This is going to be brilliant.
Steve pulls Dan along in the rickshaw.
The speed of these Asian beauties depends on pedal power, so they're not very fast when dummy-driven.
Oh, let me have a go and let me see if I can bring the speed up. Come on.
We'll see.
It's going to need some serious souping up to convince Dan that Steve's purchase is full of Eastern promise.
No, we're going to have to stop.
What's the matter?
The pedal's fallen off, Steve.
What?
The pedal has fallen off.
Now, did anyone say to the Wright brothers, oh, your wing's fallen off, it's not going to work? They had a plane. Oh, whatever. Listen, I'll show you. I'm going to soup this bad boy up.
Well, you're welcome to.
Yeah, I will do. Then you'll be sorry.
Yeah, goodbye.
Toby, beef me up.
In a garage, Steve modifies the rickshaw.
Steve's got big plans for his Oriental Lily. Once he's worked his crash test garage magic, his rickshaw will be faster than a sushi chef's chopper through a maki roll. But will his Asian takeout be able to negotiate a crash test roundabout? Banzai, Steve!
Hold on to your prawn crackers, Dan. She's ready.
Yeah, well, it better be impressive, Steve. I'm really hungry.
Steve exits the garage in the modified rickshaw.
Yeah! Lightning speed! Yeah! Impressive, guys.
Not too shabby, eh? This, my little lady boy, is our sweet Thai surprise. I've stuck a 400-watt engine on the front of that tyre, Dan. I've got Jacob at the front doing all the legwork, which means I can sit in the back, enjoy a fortune cookie, and sipping on a Singapore Sling, non-alcoholic.
Well, short round, I'm loving your work.
Well, that's not all, Daniel, son. I've only got an added mortar which fires Chinese food. Vegetarian? Not a problem. Just add vegetables.
I need to see some stuff, Steve.
Obstacle test?
You know, it makes the sense, Steve. You go your way, and I'll go mine.
Before Steve's samurai soup-up, his Tokyo three-wheeler was positively pedestrian.
3, 2, 1, under off!
Now, with a motor powering Jake's pedal pushers, she's hitting top speeds of 25 miles per hour and giving a performance that's tastier than a bowl of noodles.